Welcome back. And in this video, we're going to do two things. We're going to use the Facebook ad platform to find job seekers. And we're also going to show you how the job seeker can use the ad platform to get employers calling them. You'll learn how to be able to drive targeted traffic to your Facebook fan page, to a blog with Facebook ads. This will allow you to turn the network's 1 billion users into the world's largest talent pool. So why Facebook? Well, Facebook is estimated to have over 1 billion users. Half of them are actually active on Facebook. They're busy talking to friends, sharing images, videos, and articles. This is happening on a daily basis. What does that mean for you? Well, Facebook is where you'll likely find a lot of your candidates hanging out. A lot of your prospects are going to be on Facebook. If there's 500 million people active on Facebook, I'm going to assume some of them, are going to be job seekers. And for this reason, Facebook cannot be ignored. We have to look at it. Their profile may not be as professional as on LinkedIn, and their participation on Facebook may not be as professional. However, they're spending more time on there than any other platform. Now, we assume it's just teenagers messing around on Facebook, but that's changing rapidly. The ages between 35 and 60 are actively participating on Facebook. 71% of online American adults use Facebook. 56% of internet users ages between 65 and older use Facebook. So 73% of adults within the range 30 to 49 were active on Facebook. So these are the age brackets that want to spend the money. And so, not targeting these groups on Facebook means you're leaving money on the table. If you create an ad on Facebook that attracts the attention of the job seeker, and you're offering to show them a powerful system to get them that big payday, that job fulfillment, that career they've always wanted, you will get clicks. It's all about how you present the information in front of them. More and more employers are trying to leverage Facebook to find great candidates. One major advantage of using the Facebook ad platform is that it does allow you to target an audience very specifically. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, let's just go into it anyway. First, as always, you have to create an ad. The headline is always very important. Let's just look at a few examples. Calling all sales managers. And the body will read, "Are you still earning way below your worth? How would you like to change that?" Learn how here. You're hoping that somebody obviously clicks on the URL. And when they click on that URL, they might be taken to a fan page. So let's look at another example. Reach program director level. How to become a program director with the help of a career coach. Once they click on that link in the ad, it would take them to an article. And on this article, it would then provide more details about career coaches. The article will get more specific about the job seeker's problem. The article will hit the pain points, bad management, long hours. At the end of the article, there's a call to action. So when they click on the call to action link, it brings them up an opt-in page. After they enter an email, they'll receive an ebook. Then the education begins. As part of the email sequence, you can start to offer great strategies of getting a job. They look forward to your emails because you're providing value. We covered this in more detail in the education phase, but I'm just giving you an example of the sequence. You've actually just seen a sequence, but what we've got in the resource area are reports that you can use. In the module 3, where we actually set up the sequence, you start to see the whole package come together. Let's talk about how to get clients from Facebook. The following ad is an example from the software development niche that I'm familiar with. Like I think I've said before, the next move for a project manager, that's normally to move into a program manager level. The goal of this ad is to call out project managers that are looking to take that step up in their career. The program manager will be in charge of several projects at the same time, so more responsibility than a project manager. And obviously the money that the program manager gets is going to be a lot more than the project manager. So now, before we create the ad on Facebook, let's quickly look at the numbers. It's estimated that there are 16.5 million project managers in the world, and about 8.7 million of those are in North America alone. Okay, so the numbers are good. And so out of the 8.7 million, I'm looking for a few that want to change their lives. The ad will be calling out a few people from Facebook. This is a numbers game. It's always a numbers game, but what we're trying to do is really narrow things down. I'm still going to try to make my ad really targeted. Let me show you how I'm doing that in the Facebook platform. Again, we call out project manager's campaign. Project manager wants to become a program manager, or reverse that. This is why you're not going to become a program manager, just making it a bit more controversial. In the next ad, the goal is to drive traffic to our blog or a website. In this example, I have a blog about how a project manager can become a program manager in 6 steps. At this stage, we're going to assume that I have an article that talks about how a project manager can go into a program manager in 6 steps. So in this instance, I want the person that sees the ad to go from my ad to my Facebook fan page. And I have a separate document showing you how to create a fan page in the resource section. It's really easy, by the way. So don't use that as a something that will stop you from moving forward. So from the ad, they go from my ad to my Facebook fan page. So 6 steps to becoming a program manager. And let us show you 6 steps to becoming a, so that's what the body's going to say. Okay, so they come in from, they click on that ad, they go into my fan page. Once they get into my fan page will have a lot more details. And now from my fan page, I'll have another link which takes them to my blog. So let's look at another example. In this example, I'm targeting test analysts. Many test analysts are highly qualified and skilled individuals capable of commanding between $500 to $800 a day. I found many in my industry were not willing to make that leap to 600 to 800. In hindsight, many of these people had about the same skill and experience as the freelance test managers. So in this ad, I'm speaking directly to the freelance test analysts. Now, the reason I've chosen a test analyst, I used to be one myself, and I had the same fear of moving from a sort of a permanent person into becoming a freelancer. Okay, and, to make that step up, it took me a long time to make. This avatar that we're looking at, this example that we're looking at right now is actually, that was myself. It was really a mindset thing, really a confidence thing, because in reality, once I was given the role, once I actually made the move, within a few months, I wondered what the fuss was all about. I wondered why it took me so long to make that move. So this is the situation that your prospects may be facing as well. A lot of people have a lot of things to worry about. There's a lot of stuff going on in our minds. They have the experience, they have the skill, they have what it takes to do the job, but there's that leap takes a long time. They just lack the confidence. They're just not ready. Their online branding's not ready. They're not prepared to take that next step. And that's what you're going to be doing. And that's how you're going to help them. So in my ad, I know how to communicate with this group of people. This is why I said before, you need to know your avatar. See, this is where the avatar really helps as well, because if you've defined your avatar, that's really going to help you to create your ad. It's important because even when I'm writing my blog, I can reference the avatar as well. I know their pain points. I know what keeps most of them in the same spot for such a long time. But now I have a solution for it. And the Seeker Academy, the process of the Seeker Academy is a solution. We have what it takes to take them to the next level. So I'll give it a very simple title: Test Analysts Make This Change. Become a test manager with 6 simple steps. So let's go for a more general ad campaign. So in this ad, a sales rep becomes a sales manager. Need a career change or tired of working in the same industry? 7 ways to get that promotion. These are different titles I can give for a more wider situation. Those are just examples. You can come up with yours once you start doing your own research. Normally, we're advised that Facebook and job hunting don't go hand in hand. There's that fear that you or your friend post recriminating stuff on your Facebook wall. So while I agree to a certain extent, I think a sensible employer is able to distinguish between a personal and professional. Someone sensible can look at your Facebook page. Okay, you've posted a few pictures, but I think sensible people can kind of look beyond that. Obviously, anything extreme should be removed, and that's what you should be advising your clients. They should be removing anything extreme. You can leave that to their judgment. So this is where you're going to show how job seekers can target companies. This was the second way. So one way you're going to use Facebook is to teach your prospects that using Facebook to apply for their dream job is worth a look. Many companies now have a Facebook company pages. This is a secret only top job hunters are using to get to their favorite job. In the resource section, you'll find a report titled Facebook Candidate Experiment. It will demonstrate the results of candidates that took part in a Facebook ad experiment. They advertise themselves on Facebook, targeting companies and jobs they would like to work for. This strategy, I know, is not for everyone. You don't have to advise your clients to take this up all the time, but this is one of the strategies you can advise them of. But I was really interested in the response they got from this experiment. And I don't think a lot of people do this, but in certain creative industries, I really believe this will work. The goal is for the job seeker to sell themselves in a few short sentences and convince any recruiter who may see the ads to click through to their LinkedIn profile, to their web page or resume. You'll find the results and details about the experiment in the resource section titled Facebook Candidate Experiment. Now that we've told you all about how Facebook ads can be used to get employers interested in hiring you, we want to make sure that you know everything that you need to know to get your own Facebook advertising campaign going. So let's just go through those steps. How to run a very basic, Facebook ad campaign. So the first thing you want to do is sign up. Just go to Facebook, find the create adverts. To get to the advertising page, just scroll to the bottom of any page on Facebook and click that link that says advertisers. You'll end up seeing this. Next, you'll come to this page. You'll need to choose an objective. You'll need to enter in a URL, a web address. Okay, so that could be any web address that you just created. This could be your LinkedIn profile. It could be your blog or anything else. Now, here is where you need to do the targeting, the ad set. Then you need to create an advert set, it's called. The easiest group to target is a specific workplace. This is great if you're targeting employers specifically. And then you can finally create the adverts. You can select a single image, video, or multiples. It allows you to create that. Then this is where you come up with a good title and your copy. This is where you can sell yourself in a few words, but you would practice this on a Word document first before you actually bring this over here. Click on the plus button if you want to create a new fan page. These are the options you're given. You have a choice of different types of fan page that you want to create. And then you have a choice of your ad appearing on mobile, desktop, and now we have Instagram. Facebook bought Instagram, and now you can target millions of more people who are actively participating on Instagram on a daily basis. But you've also got the choice of removing that. So you've got the choice of your ad appearing on mobile feeds, desktop, right column, on Instagram. So you have the choice. Facebook gives you so many choices. I mean, for example, the mobile, so many people are on mobile all the time. You may want to experiment with that. And then you get to where you need to sort of add your budget. So here's where you make your bids on the ads. You should probably just go with the recommendations, but make sure your daily budget is low enough that you'll get a few days worth of ads running. And then finally, you have to approve the ad and enter your billing information. Facebook does require a credit card to run an ad. This is another way of contacting clients, or this is another way for you to teach the candidate to apply for the job. In summary, really, you cannot ignore Facebook in terms of trying to target, job seekers. 500 million are active on Facebook. Your target market will be there. You need to practice on is the headlines and the body copy, and making sure your link is there so that people can link to your fan page, so that people can link to your blogs, so that you can, and then on those channels, you'll have your link where you've got your opt-in so that they can opt into your database so you can market to them again and again and again. Okay, so that's the importance of this. And that's it. So I'll see you in the next video.